Okay. We got it one more time. Okay.
This is how I start every single video. So
It's not just me?
no, it's
Well,
not just
that's
you.
good.
The
Okay.
outtakes that we have are like epic.
Hey, this is Peter Dankelson from Beach Diary. I'm here at NAMM at the AmpRx booth.
Hey, nice to meet you, and thanks for
Hey, good to
having
meet
us
you
on
too.
your show.
Yeah.
I'm Cassandra. I'm the co-owner and CEO of AmpRx, and I'm going to show you our main original product, the Brown
Yeah.
Box.
Awesome.
Brown Box is a voltage controller for vintage amps,
Yeah.
or for all kinds of tube amps.
Nice.
So basically what it does is it lets you step down the voltage
Okay.
from, like, today at the NAMM show, we're getting 123 volts out of the wall.
Yeah.
But a lot of modern amps like to feel 117 to 120, or
Okay.
if you have a vintage amp,
Yeah.
110 to 112.
Yeah.
Because that was the voltage of the era that they were produced in.
Okay.
And it turns out that it makes a big difference in the tone and the feel.
Yeah. It's like there's this great story of like Eddie Van Halen.
Right.
Yeah, and how he
So
was. Yeah.
Eddie proved the concept
Yeah.
with the voltage.
Yeah.
We don't suggest that you put it as low as Eddie.
Right. Yeah.
Because Eddie had access to tubes every
Right.
single moment of every day.
Yeah.
And techs, and he was repairing his amps all the time.
Right.
But he proved the concept that voltage matters.
Yes. Yeah.
So the Brown Box lets you step down the voltage to whatever you like for your modern or vintage amp.
Yeah.
With 123, you can get the whole way down to 108.
Okay.
And basically what you do is feel the difference while you're playing until you
Nice.
find your sweet spot for your amp.
Cool.
So there's math that goes behind it.
Yeah.
That's like, you actually want to have 6.3 volts on the heater voltage. And of course, like, when you're playing a gig, you're not going to measure this.
Yeah.
But this is the science behind why you feel the way you do whenever you love the way your amp sounds.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So this allows you to control that for your tube amp. And this year we have the Brownie, which is our newest launch, which is, I think, what you saw on Instagram.
Yeah.
And what's special about that is that it allows you to decrease and increase the voltage.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah.
if you're playing a modern amp and you're in a venue or a studio or something where the voltage is actually too low,
Yeah.
you can step it up a little bit to get to basically 117 to 120 in almost any situation.
That's awesome. That's
And
really
it's
cool.
really cute. So let's go look at it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah, that's
And this,
awesome.
we brought
Yeah.
the brownie oven with us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So it's a little smaller than the original Brown Box, and it goes up 3, up 5, and then down volt by volt.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's
Yeah.
meant for one modern amp.
Nice.
So I just talked a lot. Do you have any questions? I give you the entire pitch.
Well, it's like I heard like when bands tour sometimes. I've never toured, but like I know like when bands tour, there's like voltage differences between like the U.S. and Europe.
Yeah.
Like if like someone's in like I don't know if it's like a studio or like how it kind of works over there, but it's like would you use that in like some of those situations? Like
Yeah.
maybe like I don't know if like live how it would work, but like in like certain like studio situations, would you like dial in
Yeah.
the voltage with like different? I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like the
totally.
different, yeah.
So there's a couple things there. There are obviously different voltages country by country.
Yeah.
And so we have a couple different products that are
Okay.
for 220 volts and then for 120 volts.
Yeah.
Possibly this year we're going to be doing some sprinting of that gap.
Okay. Yeah.
But in the meantime, I would note that we have a lot of differences in voltage just day to day
Yeah.
and place to place. So it's not really just like country to country.
Yeah.
Even in your home studio,
Yep.
one day it could be 125, the next day it could be 118.
Yeah.
And if you don't like have a way to read what it is, you
Yep.
won't know what it is.
Right. Because I know like at home sometimes it's like even like I don't know like sometimes at home it can the sound of the amp can be a little bit different. Or like different venues is
Yeah, totally.
as well.
It can change just over time, just depending on how many people are running their air conditioners and
Yeah.
how many amps are plugged in at the NAMM show, and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yep.
And it helps you, if you have the voltage right, the way that I like to say it is that it makes you feel like you when you're playing your amp
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah. That's amazing. But yeah, it's like I haven't really thought about it before, but I'm like, that is kind of interesting to
Yeah.
kind of think about and see like what it would sound like at different
Yeah.
levels and that. Yeah.
It could be a situation where, like you said, you haven't thought of it before, but once
Yeah.
you dial in a voltage that you like, you're like, oh, I love this, and I didn't know why my amp felt like that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of what we're helping
Yeah.
with.
So, like just kind of like you're able to kind of have a visual with kind of the sound.
Exactly, yeah. And then control over it. 'Cause you can,
Yeah.
Once you know what you like, you can always dial it in.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for showing me everything. It was
Yeah.
good.
It's nice